Shalom, following Yeshua. Welcome in tonight. Just a little something I'm doing right now, and I'm saying this in hopes that it may encourage others. If you have a little bit of extra money right now, it may not be a bad idea to purchase some things that you may need. I just purchased a 5-gallon bucket of basically knockoff brand Dawn. And to purchase those same 5 gallons of Dawn would have cost me $29 more than what I bought this 5-gallon bucket for. And the reason I purchased such a large amount is because, I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes you go to the stores, and in these stores, they don't have any more of a particular thing that you want. They may not have, the type of soap you want. They may not have the toilet paper. We've already seen that in action. Cleaning supplies, sandwich bags, plastic bags, saran wrap, aluminum foil. There was a baking soda shortage. We make our own deodorants here, but there was a baking soda shortage. Dish soap, laundry soap, hair oil, whatever it is that you use. It may be the time to, if you have a little bit, a couple extra dollars, to go ahead and purchase those things right now. We're seeing, and we've seen supply shortages, and it's quite evident now that they're not going to be going away. Along with the food shortages that we're seeing, there's a fertilizer shortage, and the more and more I hear from farmers and other brothers and sisters that give me information, the more it makes me know that if you had been able to store up fertilizer for your gardens, you probably would have. Farmers right now, and next year 2023 is looking abysmal. The more and more reports I read of fertilizer shortages and the cullings of herds and the quote unquote bird flu, and the amount of the millions and millions and millions of chickens and turkeys that have been slaughtered, it just makes you wonder, how bad is it really going to get? So with that being said, it might be a good idea for you to stock up. Put back some of those things that you use. If you know that you use, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a number out there, a roll of toilet paper a week, then you could just simply do some math. Okay, so I need 52 rolls for a year. So I'm going to store 104 rolls to make sure that I have toilet paper for 2 years. In fact, I'm going to store 150, and I'm going to count that 2-year supply. I'm going to count that as a 2-year supply of toilet paper. How about socks? How about underwear? How about, if you use, the store bought feminine hygiene products, whatever it is, it might not be a bad idea. If you have that spare space in your garage and a couple extra dollars, hey, grab a couple Rubbermaid totes and just fill them up with those things. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, dental floss, things that you use regularly. Instead of waiting and hoping the next time you go to the store to buy your 1 pack of toothbrushes, it might be a good idea to make sure that you have 10 packs of toothbrushes. That way, and not only is it a good practice, but also it's going to save you money in the long run, because as prices increase, as toothbrushes and toothpaste prices increase, you're going to be able to save money, because as a price increase, when you bought it all, you bought those little boxes of baking soda at 52 cents, and now they're 74 cents, and you bought as a 22-cent difference, and you bought 100 units. Well, you just saved yourself, what, $2 or $20? Yeah, $20.20. Sometimes, we get into the, well, I'm going to buy silver and gold, and I'm going to try to preserve my wealth. And sometimes an even wiser investment, sorry, it's with the storm rolling in, so it's getting darker fast. Sometimes the bright idea might just be you might be able to see a great return in just buying your everyday products that you need. Sometimes a way of saving money is not all, or to preserve your wealth is not always necessarily. No, I am definitely an advocate of silver and gold, lead, precious metals, copper, lead inside of copper, lead inside of copper inside of brass, or steel. But sometimes you can invest in just your everyday thing. How about lumber? How about lumber? Can you imagine? When lumber prices shot up and 2x4s were $7 and $8. Can you imagine for those that were able to put back, 500, 2x4s when they were paying $3 a piece? You were still able to do construction all throughout this time when lumber prices were $7 and $8 for a 2x4, or when 7/16 OSB hit damn near $50 a sheet. Well, there was a time you were able to buy them for 11. So, using that wisdom maybe a time, if you have a little bit extra, to just put that little extra into something instead of watching your currency devalue. Put it into something. No, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm telling you what I do. Put it into something. I put mine into something that I know I'm going to use, that I know I'm going to, I'm not able to readily produce. I've been buying tons and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards of fabric because we make dresses here. We have tons of children. They make dresses and head wraps and t-shirts and basketball shorts for me and pajama pants for me and curtains and bed sheets and cloth diapers for the babies, and they make an abundance underwear. They make an abundance of things here. Abundance of the children's clothing is produced right here on the rock. Well, we know as prices rise and as supplies become more and more limited, you're going to want to be able to produce. So, because they sew, I went out and bought threads, cotton threads and polyester thread. I don't know what kind of threads the kind of thread they told me to get. Elastic, buttons, what do they call that? Velcro, the hook and loop, needles, different, jean needles for this, I got them different things for the serger and different things for the regular sewing machine. And then it did different things for their industrial heavy duty sewing machine, presser foots and bobbins and, any of the things that I knew that they would have needed and that they told me that they needed. I got 2 and 3 and 5 and 10 extra because you never know. What if you can't get it? What if a time comes when you can't afford it? If you can't afford it and you have it, you're in a much better position. A much better position than if you just didn't purchase it because you were waiting. So now may be the time, if you have that extra. I got for our vehicles here, I got 3 oil changes for every vehicle. That includes filter, that includes an oil for our vehicles here. I got extra air filters, extra fuel filters, extra hose, serpentine belts, brake fluid, for the vehicle that has transmission fluid, power steering fluid, and I put it all away. Because I remember going to Walmart, and I didn't hear anything about a motor oil shortage, but I remember going to Walmart, and I wasn't able to find the motor oil for my vehicle. And then the motor oil that I was able to find, I had to go to AutoZone and find it, and it was, damn near $15, $20 more expensive than what I was paying at Walmart to get it. But I needed it at that point. Why not buy an extra set of brake pads? If you have the money, buy yourself an extra set of tires, or a couple extra tires. Get some plugs and be able and know how to plug a hole in your tire. Things like this you can do. Not everything's going to cost you 15, 20, 200, 300 extra dollars. Some things are just as simple as paying an extra $10. Paying an extra $10. One of the things I did for each one of the vehicles is I got a power inverter that connects up to either your battery, via clamps, or your cigarette lighter. lighter. So they could have 300 to 500 watts, from an AC outlet in their vehicle if need be. If need be. I got them an air compressor for each vehicle. There's nothing worse than losing air and knowing you need air and there's no way to do it. So a lot of these things are not, life. It's not as glorious and sexy as buying, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 rounds of ammunition, or another, PSA, 10 mags for $100. It's not as sexy as that. It's not as sexy as your, $600, EOTech or Trijicon. But what are you going to more likely use? Just being real. Your AR-15 or those 52 rolls of toilet paper? What are you more likely going to use? That super uber duper red dot for any self-defense applications? Or that $300 flashlight? $200 or $100 flashlight? But with the mount and everything else, $175 to $200? Or you're more likely to brush your teeth, because hopefully it's brushing your teeth. Hopefully it's wiping your ass. Hopefully it's putting some socks on. Hopefully it's feeding your children. Hopefully it's being able to get to and fro in your vehicle. Hopefully it's changing your damn oil. I think you know what I'm getting at. Anyways, as you can see, I'm now using my midnight camo, so you can't see me. The storm is damn near here, so I'm about to head in. I had a good productive day building more raised beds. Keep at it. Keep at it. Don't get complacent. Don't let what feels like a lull prevent you from moving forward. Take these opportunities, these lulls that you think you have. Take these opportunities to make progress. Anyways, bless y'all. Hope you're having a blessed second day. Shalom.